Hello everyone, welcome back to your English language class. Today we are going to start our new chapter which is about time and tenses and their uses. So what is tense? Why it is used in our sentence? We can easily remember it by seeing that tense means time, the very time of that very action. When that action has occurred, that very time of the action will be known as the tense. Tenses are of three types: present, past and future. Present tense means the very time which is going on now, in present, at present over there. Past tense, the time which has already been passed over. And the future which is yet to come. We haven't seen that. We are going to begin with present tense first of all. Simple present tense. Its formation is subject plus verb's first form plus s or es plus object, and s and es will only be used with singular third person over there. Please do one thing, do write these formations of all the tenses and their uses on your English 1's notebook. Consider the example, cat drinks milk. Here which is your subject? Cat. Cat is the subject, it is a singular subject. So according to the rule, we will apply with verb s and es. Verb was our drink. And so it will be here as we have applied. Cat drinks milk. Milk is our object. On the contrary, if we will see the second example, cats drink milk. Here it is plural. Cats are plural. Plural number will not have s or es with the verb. Only the singulars will be having s and es with the verb. Simple present tense is used to express universal truth, habitual actions, actions in the immediate present. Then when someone is showing people how to do something, for example, at the time of the speaking itself, right? To indicate a present period, to express a future fixed action, to show ownership, relation, and to with the verbs which are used to show the perceptions, for example, see, hear, smell, taste, feel, all those very things. Scientific facts, conditional clauses, all these are the places where we will use simple present tense. Next comes the present continuous tense. Present continuous tense formation is subject plus is am are plus verb's first form plus object. Now is used with the singular subject, am is used with I, and are used with plural subject. Consider the example, someone is knocking at the door. Here someone is a singular thing, so we have used is over there, and verb was knocking, verb was knock, so we have applied ing with the verb, and at the door is your object. Present continuous tense is used to show the actions in progress at the time of speaking which are continued, to show temporary situations, to show planned future actions, repeated actions. All these situations are represented by using present continuous tense. Next comes present perfect tense. Its formation is subject plus has have plus verb's third form plus object. See the example, I have never seen a cobra before. Here which was your subject? I, and with I we only use have. And here it is verb's third form. See, saw, seen. And the rest of the sentence is your object over there. Now where present perfect tense is used? It is used to show the actions which has begun in the past but are continuing up to the present moment. For example, I have read 50 pages so far. It's but obvious that he has started reading those pages earlier, but still the action is continued in the present moment, so it will be incorporated in the present perfect tense. And also a past action, the result of which still continues. An action which has happened in past, but the result of that very action is in the continuous moment, at the present moment. For example, he has been ill since last Sunday. All these terms will be used to express in the present perfect tense. So now we are going to begin with our next two tenses, which are past tense and the future tense. Past tense simply means that the very time which has already been gone. It's yesterday's part. So it is past tense. What's the formation of simple past tense? Subject plus verbs second form plus object. Please do one thing. Please write these formations of each tenses over there in your notebook along with the usages. See the example, I lost my pen yesterday. In this very sentence, which is your subject? It is I. And which was your verb? Lost. And it will be in verbs second form over there. And rest of the content is your object. Now where this simple past tense is used, it is used to show the actions which are already completed. Then it is used to show the immediate past, the action which you have recently finished up. That very action will be shown by using the past tense over there. Then past habits. Next comes the past continuous tense. Its formation is subject plus was were plus verb's first form plus ing plus object. And was is used with the singular subject, whereas were is used with the plural subjects. If your subject will be singular, the helping verb which you will choose with the singular subject, it will be was, and if it is plural, it will be were. Plus verb will be in the very first form and it will be followed by the very word ing over there. For example, I was playing in the garden. How it is used? It is used to show the actions which are in progress in the past. The actions which were going on in the past over there, continuous actions. So those actions will be shown by using past continuous tense. Actions which began before something else happened. Parallel actions. If two particular actions were going on side by side in the past over there, those actions will be shown by using past continuous tense. Then repeated actions, polite inquiries, all these will be used to show past continuous tense. Next comes the past perfect tense. Its formation is subject plus had plus verbs third form plus object. Where it is used? It is used to refer to an earlier past. And where past is equivalent of the present perfect. Also, when the unfulfilled hopes and wishes are being talked about, we will be using the past perfect tense. Next comes the past perfect continuous tense. Its formation is subject plus had been plus verb's first form plus ing plus object. Where it is used? It is used to show an action in progress throughout a period, repeated actions, or for drawing conclusions over there. Then we will be using past perfect continuous tense. Next comes the future tense. What is future tense? Future tense will be the time which shows the action which are still yet to come. In future, which have not happened but it will happen. So, what is the formation of simple future tense? Subject plus will shall plus verb's first form plus object. For example, see this sentence, I will go tomorrow. I is your subject and according to the rule we have used will, and go is verb's first form and rest is your object over there. Shall is most probably used with the very word I over there. In the later on cases we will be using will. And also when certain things are for sure that it should be like that, compulsion should be there, then it would be shall. Then we will be using shall over there in the sentence. Next comes future continuous tense. Its formation is subject plus shall be or will be plus verb's first form plus ing plus object. Example, our guest will be arriving at any time from now. In this very sentence, which is your subject? Our guest. And according to the sentence, we have chosen will be, possibility that they will be arriving. Arrive is your verb's first form and with the very verb's first form, we have applied ing over there. At any time from now will be your subject. Where it is used to show actions in progress in future. In future, which actions will continue over there, those actions will be represented by using future continuous tense. Then arrangements and plans. Future perfect tense. Its formation is subject plus will shall plus have plus verb's third form plus object. For example, I will have retired by year 2021. Where this tense is used? It is used to show the circumstances, the future as seen from now. The very point from where we are now, at that very point we are hoping that our future will be like that. Those situations will be shown using future perfect tense. And the continuation of state up to the time mentioned. The last comes future perfect continuous tense. Its formation is subject plus will shall plus have been plus verb's first form plus ing plus object. For example, by 10 o'clock he'll have been here 2 hours. Its usage is future perfect continuous tense is used to show the situation where the continuation of state up to the time mentioned, where things are properly mentioned over there, up to which very point it will end over there or it will continue over there. That situation will be shown by using future perfect continuous. Now the question arises, if there are two clauses in our sentence, that is main clause and the subordinate clause in the sentence, which tense should be followed by in both the clauses related to each other? What is the sequence of tense? Sequence of tense means that the subordinate clause of the tense should follow which tense according to the main clause, the principles according to which they should follow, right? The very first rule is, if your main clause is in present tense or in future tense, then in the subordinate clause it will be or it can be, we can say it can be in past tense, present tense or future tense, depending upon the sense it conveys. See the example here. He says that he went to Patna. Here, which is your main clause, principal clause? It is he says. And which is your subordinate clause? That he went to Patna. Accordingly, it is in present tense. So, our subordinate clause verb can be in past, present or future, depending upon the sense it conveys. And here it is in past tense. Now, the rule number 2 says that if principal clause is in past tense, then the subordinate clause tense must be followed by past time. It can be of past perfect, it can be of past continuous, it can be of past perfect continuous. Any sense according to the sense of the sentence it can be. But here it is different from the very first one, because if a main clause is in past tense, then your subordinate clause should be followed by a past time only, not by any other tense. See the example. He said that he had finished the work. Your main clause was in past tense and your subordinate clause should include past tense. But there is an exception to this very rule. The first exception is if your subordinate clause is expressing any kind of universal truth or habitual action, then it can be in present tense. See the example. He said that ice melts on heating. Now this very phenomenon, ice melts on heating, it's a universal truth. We can't change it. So its tense is in present tense. Okay. Then the second exception is when subordinate clause is introduced by conjunction of comparison. That means it is introduced by the very word than. Then verb can be in any tense according to the sense of the sentence. See the example. I like her better than you liked her. Here it was in present tense. According to the rules, it should be followed by past, present or future. But it being an exception, we can choose any tense according to the sense. Thank you.